Sports now, and it was a bit sad actually when we heard that the result ended 2-all, Nigeria and Liberia. Well, George Aluo joins us now. Thank you for coming on this morning.
It's my pleasure.
I mean, one would have thought that, come on, we should get a win in against Liberia, but I know football, no minnows anymore. Everybody seems to be wanting to play with the big boys. And is this 2-all explainable, acceptable?
If you look at our football pedigree, Chamberlain, let's face fact, it's not acceptable. Well, the president of Nigeria Football Federation, Alhaji Aminu Maigari, said he's happy that we got a draw and all that. But come to look at it, Chamberlain, truth be told, you see, we shouldn't really look at these things from the points of sentiment. I had expected that we should win in Liberia. When the draw was made in South Africa and we were pitched against Liberia in the last round of qualifiers, we thought that, yes, this is the easiest. In fact, that God is a Nigerian. Liberia should be the easiest we should get. Because Côte d'Ivoire, for instance, were condemned to facing Senegal. And that was a very tight one. But for us, we got Liberia, and I thought we should have won home and away, given our football pedigree. I agree with you. You said there are no minnows, but not when we now play Liberia. We struggle. They scored first, we equalized, went ahead and conceded a second goal. And even the coach himself was frank enough to say, "Yes, gentlemen, you did not do well. This draw is not good enough." When we played Niger Republic in a friendly just before the match in Monrovia, and we drew in Niger Republic, then the question you begin to ask yourself is, who can we then beat? We've played Niger Republic, we couldn't win. We've played Liberia, now we couldn't win. Maybe the only country that we can beat easily will be Chad.
And they might surprise us.
And they could even surprise us. So it's really a wake-up call for us. I mean, we may qualify for the Nations Cup, but at this level of our football development as a nation, qualifying for the Nations Cup should not be our challenge. It is to go there and do well.
But are we really developing in football?
People will tell you that, yes, Cameroon lost to Cape Verde 2-0 and all that. But no, what should bother us is our own. Cameroon has won the Nations Cup, for Christ's sake, 5 times. So Nigeria should equally aspire to win the Nations Cup by more than 2 times. We have only won it in 1980 on home soil and the one we won in Tunisia. But given our football development, our pedigree, this is a football playing nation. This is a nation where people follow football with passion. Ghana has won it for 5 times, Egypt 6 times, and we should be in that class. Our target, for me, is that we should go to South Africa, not just to qualify. We shouldn't be talking of qualification. Our target should be to win the Nations Cup. The minister has given them that mandate, and at the end of the day, if you look at it, the way the Eagles are playing now, it's like we are just going to qualify in South Africa without really going there to make an impact.
So if we get past the group stage?
Yeah, if we get past the group stage in October, we will be playing. We'll need only a scoreless draw in Calabar to qualify. Now we are doing permutations again. We need a scoreless draw. But if we had gotten the job done in Monrovia, get a win, which to me wasn't a big deal. I mean, against a country like Liberia, we should have won and won very well. That is how to stamp your authority and make people realize that, oh, Nigeria is coming to South Africa with a bang. But the way we are going now, we are struggling. Against Rwanda, we struggle to get to the next round. Now against Liberia, we're going to struggle to qualify. So even that alone is enough for people to say, oh, Nigeria has not gotten it right. So by the time they come to South Africa, they will have no respect for us.
Wow. But when you talk about at this stage of our football development, are we even really developing?
I don't think so, really, because people who are running the game are not doing the right things that will make us develop the game. I'll give you an example with the league that has always been my worry, our domestic league. People follow Man U, Chelsea, and all that. They celebrate it, they enjoy it. But I want to see us celebrate our own football. And that is where the people that are saying we should use home-based players should know that if our league is not running well, we cannot really get quality home-based players that we had in the days when the likes of Eyama, Dele Ayenugba were playing for Enyimba. They were all home-based players. But then we had a league. Every year our league keeps going down, and that is what should bother the Nigerian Football Federation. I'll give you an example. Ocean Boys infringe on the rules of the game. Rather than send them packing immediately, apply the rules. The MPL was busy setting up a 3-man committee. And it took the pressure from some Nigerian sports journalists, including Channels Man Toye Bitoye, to get the MPL to do the right thing. And these are the kind of things that are killing our football. This year, as far as I'm concerned, we didn't play any league. A league that had no sponsorship, a league where a home team takes care of referees. And then how do you now expect that referee to be fair? But if the MPL takes care of referees' match indemnity, then the home team will know that they are not doing the referee any favor. The referee can go there and be fair and firm. Then you talk about security. We saw a league this year where referees were beaten up after first half because they were not favoring the home team. And once the referees' hands are tied, what do? You give the home team an easy win. And at the end of the day, we end up with a charade that is called league.
Why does it look so difficult? Because we have a football administrative body in the MPL, or is it, they call them MPL, right?
Yeah, the Premier League board.
And then we have the Ministry and the Minister of Sports. So is it that the Minister of Sport turns a blind eye to all this that happens?
There's a limit to what they can do, because if they interfere, even the NFF, for instance, cannot interfere with what is happening in MPL. You give them the room to do what they are doing. But at the end of the day, if you now take it to appeal, like Rangers is now appealing against the decision of MPL to give Kano Pillars the league. But I think whatever they are protesting against will be a nullity, because the MPL has done the right thing by ousting Ocean Boys. But people were already in their jugular before they took that decision, because this was a team that did not play 4 games, and you allowed them to come back with one kangaroo team to go and play without license. But pressure came. NFF even at that point couldn't intervene until maybe when it gets to the disciplinary organizing committee level. So generally what I'm trying to say in effect is that in football administration, you allow those that you have saddled with responsibility to do their job. So our appeal actually is that those who are running the game at the MPL level, at the National League Board level, at the NFF level should do their job well, because this is something that Nigerians follow with passion.
What's the check and balance if they don't do their job well, as we have seen or do see on a regular basis? You're watching TV, a player assaults a ref or fans, and it goes. Happens. Yeah, so what else do we need?
And do you know that even the television right that we have, the MPL takes matches from very select venues. There are venues that are no-go area. So clubs if you are playing in a venue that is a no-go area, you are free to do whatever you like. They beam their satellite every day. They are in Owerri, for instance, to take Heartland whatever game. The next day you see them in Aba Super Sport to take the next game in Enyimba. The next day they are in Port Harcourt. You now ask, why don't they go to Kano? Why has Kano Pillars? I'm not taking away anything from Kano Pillars' league victory, but why is it that matches are not taking life from Kano? Why is it that matches are not taking life from Kaduna? Why is it that matches are not taking life from Gombe? You must go around all the venues so that not one ground shouldn't become a sacred ground where you can do anything and get away with it.
This is no fault of any broadcast firm, because no broadcast firm wants to get his equipment to where to be vandalized or where they'll lose it.
We are still facing security challenges, I agree. But all this makes it difficult for us to run a perfect league. And if you don't run a good league, Chamberlain, there is no way you can have a good Super Eagles. That is why you run a documentary of Nigerian players that are languishing somewhere. That is why our players end up, if you have a strong league, no Nigerian player will want to go to Afghanistan. No Nigerian player will want to go to Cambodia. But a situation where our league is such that players don't even get their salaries at the end of the month, they want to lash on any situation, even where they are paid $2,000. Our players are going to Sudan. Sudan's league is even better than our league. Al Hilal and El Merreikh pay their players as much as 5,000 naira at the end of the month. But here in Nigeria, I don't know of any club that pays as much as 200,000 as salary. Heartland, that has just won the Federation Cup, only 20% of their sign-on fees has been paid for the season. And so if a player of Heartland, for instance, gets an opportunity to go to Bangladesh, he will jump at it, because in Bangladesh he could get as much as $2,000 as salary, and that is about 300,000 naira, isn't it? No Heartland player earns 300,000. So we must do something about our league, and if we do something and get it right, that is when sponsors can come in and bankroll the league. And when sponsors come in, it will now enter into the pocket of these clubs. And I've always been on the vanguard of this campaign that government must remove Eastern from our league.
Government?
From Rangers to Heartland to Kano Pillars to Shooting Stars. These are government parastatals. I have an example for instance. Shooting Stars gets government subvention of 60 million naira every month. And the same club play 2 home matches and they get 400,000. That is a waste of taxpayers' money.